400 missile to the intake.
Do it!
Alrighty. I think we are live. Yeah, we are. Okay. I'm on my new home internet. Welcome back, everyone, to the DVT Podcast.
Allegedly.
I'm your host, Valoric. Across from me is Zombie. Next to him is Comic. And our cameraman, Disaster Zone. How's everyone doing? It's been a couple
Our
weeks.
armless, mic-less failure.
Yes.
What?
You need to
Well,
set up your VR.
advantages.
You've been there for a week and a half.
Fuck you. Our advantages. I get to actually use the cameras much better than normal. Disadvantages. You can't see me articulate like a true Italian American.
Oh, fuck. I fucking lost the whiskey bottle. Where to go? Ow!
You don't need more whiskey.
Fuck,
You
it
don't
ripped my
need
mic
more.
out of my headset! Fuck.
Oh, God.
Hold up a second. uno momento, por favor. Ah.
I see two of him. You see that mount on the screen? I see two of him. Yeah, but
Oh my god.
everyone's been in the space sim gaming mood and mecha combat mood because, you know, Armored Core 6 released a few weeks ago, and then Starfield Premium Edition released on Friday, I think. Thursday?
Hell
Yeah, Thursday.
Thursday, technically, at 8 p.m. EST. Anywhere else.
Still recovering.
But fucking A, I will say Bethesda has brought it back since their flop of Fallout 76. Like, hell yeah. I'm so excited. I am so happy for it.
Hey, go on, tell a little. You could talk a little more about it without giving away much if you want.
To be honest, since it's early access, I'm not going to talk about it that much, depending on who's watching. I don't want to spoil anything, but all I say is it's a mix between Fallout New Vegas and Oblivion. And Valoric, you can probably back me up on that since you played it a bit.
True.
It's just a mix of Fallout New Vegas and Oblivion.
Very true.
Everyone dies.
I mean, yeah, aside from children, you can pretty much kill anybody. Because, you know, I guess Bethesda has a moral compass. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Well, if you
If
can
I
kill
am not-
children,
if I am not-
it tends to have a bad issue with morality groups in your rating.
No,
If I am not allowed to do if I am not allowed to do a no Russian mission in Fallout, then I am very disappointed.
It sounds like you put your mic in a coat. But yes, Starfield is
Wait,
good
seriously?
to those. Yes, to those
Yeah,
watching.
Sounds like he's. You
Starfield
sound like
is
a
good.
space
I may actually
fucking
have
nut.
it backwards.
There you go.
Hold up. What about, does it sound better now?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's because I had my mic shoved under my VR headset.
Well, now that we actually have someone at this
Again?
table who has played Armored Core 6,
Yes.
I'm very curious about it. Zombie, how have you been faring in the wilds of Armored Core 6?
You were there. You heard me.
Yeah.
This is. Let me just specify with my experience with Wait, was it From Software games?
Yeah.
Yes, FromSoft.
I've never played a Souls game. I've never played any other types of games. This is my first game from this specific studio, and I just gotta say, it fucking was hell.
It's hard, man.
It took me a while to get past the tutorial boss, but once I got it through, I felt accomplished. Not like the other people that have dropped negative reviews because they can't fucking do it.
That sounds about right.
Oh, you mean game journalists?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
They
pretty
also
much.
don't. They also have forgotten that you're supposed to take your time and enjoy a game.
Yep.
Last time I checked, I cared more about the actual gameplay than actually caring if your freaking game has ray tracing.
Yeah, so at least I'm gonna chime in here for this. At least for Elden Ring, the tutorial boss, which was I'm pretty sure Morgott could technically fucking Jesus Christ. Morgott could technically be classed as the tutorial boss because he was the first boss in the game. He had a reputation for causing refunds of Elden Ring.
Yeah,
which was kind of funny considering he was literally the easiest boss in the game to beat.
true.
Also, another thing, even if you were, if you were even lucky enough to actually kill them, you could get their weapons, and then you could start off with actually some good, decent weapons and a shield.
Yeah, I will say that's one thing I did not like about Elden Ring is that even boss weapons were RNG if you actually got them or not.
No,
But still.
no. That's
No,
not true.
right, runes. Right.
Yeah, the runes are
Right,
RNG.
which
For
you
the
could
bosses,
either-
you go to the round table hold, and then you go to the I don't remember her name. I haven't played in a while, but there's like this
Two
witch.
fingers, two
They
fingers.
yeah, there you go. And then you
Yeah.
can get their you can choose between usually
Yeah.
2 of their weapons, because you get their like soul or whatever.
Yeah, but
Yep.
if I remember correctly, Morgott technically combined every FromSoft game into one. The original boss had extremely the tutorial boss, if we count him as the tutorial boss, which I do.
In technicality, the
tutorial
real
boss had
tutorial
it.
boss is a knight.
Yeah,
In the
Morgott
cave.
is the tutorial
But-
boss.
Yeah.
We don't talk about the Godric soldier. Morgott had extremely high damage for what he was.
Mm-hmm.
He had delayed attacks, he had fast attacks, and then he had a non-depicted attack pattern. So he would be random almost every single time.
True. Yeah.
So basically, and this was for me at least, I found after getting past Morgott, it was so much easier to play the game till the next boss.
Oh yeah. Every boss had their own unique challenge. That's why I played 7 new games.
And like
bro.
how I said before,
That's tutorial boss.
it was a bit of a difficult one, but luckily I got over it. The only reason why it was difficult was because the chopper, which is the boss, which is just some big ass chopper ship. You can pretty much deal with his machine guns easy. You can deal with his like oversized missile launcher as well. The only thing that gives you trouble is his spam of the mini missiles that are also homing. He spawns like he has like 2 per pack, or like 2 packs of like 10 or something like that on each side. So 20 missiles coming from the left and 20 missiles coming from the right, and you have to consistently dodge those. And the problem I had with that one was because I would stay mostly on ground. In order to effectively dodge those things easily, you have to jump up in the air and dash a certain way in order to avoid them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Interesting.
but let's face it, that's basically the exact same as every other FromSoft game.
Yeah, but like how I said, I've never played a software game. This is my first one from them, and I never played a Souls game
Touche.
before. Unless you want to count Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, then you can count that probably. But other than that, no.
Yeah, that's not a FromSoft game. That's an EA.
Yeah.
Better
I mean,
people compare
as soon
it.
as you get to
People
the
compare it
swamp
as a
level,
Souls game.
No, hey, he's here. Max is here, by the way.
Sick.
As soon as you get to a FromSoft level, which is literally just a swamp with everything trying to kill you, then you have played a FromSoft game.
Swamp where everything's trying to kill you.
Okay, prove
I'm sorry,
me wrong.
I'm sorry,
Literally in the
Rot,
last
Scarlet Rot,
last
Scarlet Rot,
3
Scarlet
Dark
Rot, Scarlet
Souls,
Rot.
It has been a swamp. And Elden Ring.
I'm just gonna let you know right now. You said that right there, and the automatic first thing that came in my mind is Kermit pulling a shotgun on a black dude saying, "Go back the way you came."
Then the
I
the
feel like that's
kayak.
pretty much what
Christ, my
you could
guy.
say. That's pretty much it is.
Right back the way you came.
Come here, go back to this. Get back to the city. Yes, back the way you came. Cock shotgun with malicious intent.
Yeah, true. Why are you T-posing out of the chair?
Oh.
You're not even
Max, how you
T-posing.
doing? What?
Schmeagol?
Sorry, I'll T-pose.
There you go.
As I was saying,
We're talking
so,
about
aside from
how
cowering,
From
guys,
Software
my
tries
bad.
to murder you with swamps.
Yeah, FromSoft.
Double
tries to
enemies.
do that. Miyazaki has a
Sometimes
hard
with
on
dragons.
for swamps.
barely
in my
enemies.
mind.
But if it is an enemy, it's the worst enemy you've ever seen in your life. Because the enemy's in the Starlit Rot Lake.
Yeah.
is this
no,
damn
no,
little
I'm sorry,
lizard
no.
thing. Okay, yeah, the pin. Yeah.
Hey,
true.
the bone wheels.
These little lizard things that
What?
breathe death. Literally just death. If the bar fills up from this breath from these lizards, you die. That's it. There's nothing you can do to
Wait,
stop
hold
it.
up. Are you talking about the area before Mog, or the area when you jump into the coffin and get sent down the lava lake?
Oh god, which one?
Because there's two separate areas where they will literally just kill you.
It's right before the Scarlet Lake before the coffin.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're talking about the one where you go into
Yes.
the coffin, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, after the coffin, it's even worse. Trust me.
Correct.
But in order to do the Age of Magic or Ronnie's ending, you actually have to do that, which is really fucking stupid.
True.
But still.
I think I've done all the endings besides the Madness one, in which my roommate did the Madness ending. So.
Madness is very easy if I remember.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's.
Oh no, I didn't actually hit that.
Oh, goodbye, sir.
Goodbye.
I need a mirror.
Why do you need a mirror?
But
Because I have
Why
to
don't you need a
calibrate, dumbass.
I just see him T-posted the window.
But yeah, honestly, for the games that have came out so far, I have really been enjoying Starfield. Remnant 2, when it actually came out, was really good. Later on in the month, I cannot wait for Payday 3. I really hope it's as hyped as it was said to be by games journalists and shit like that. But I cannot wait.
It better be a playable
He was
Russian
really
Badger
hyped for the
character.
first 2
I'm
days
not
it
buying
came
it.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
I've already bought it.
Remnant 2 was really hyped for the first 2 days it came out, and then no one ever talked about it again.
Yeah, the reason about that was because if you didn't have, like... Let's just put this in perspective. A 1070 anymore is not, quote-unquote, modern specs.
Correct.
Like,
Yeah.
we're talking about a 2080 Ti or 3060 and under for modern specs. If you didn't have modern specs, you could not play Remnant. But other than that, the gameplay was exactly the same as Remnant 1. It felt really fun to play, and multiplayer just... I love multiplayer.
Kevin wishes he had like his.
I love
his
Remnant
Really
too.
stupid.
Kevin wishes he had a system where basically he runs the game so well where it refuses to play anything. He wishes he had that thing again. Don't you remember? You used to your setup was so intense it wouldn't even want to play a game.
Yeah. I remember that.
What were you saying, Disaster?
It just, my PC won't start a damn game. Why? It's not using anything. Nothing's being used at all.
Don't worry, I'm at that point with a 4080. It's kind of funny, not gonna lie.
Let me check. What specs do I have?
Your games just won't start because your GPU's underutilized. It
So,
takes forever.
I kind of have the funny thing where Windows is saying I don't have enough to run Windows 11. It's like, oh, you need a 8th gen and above and 16 gigabytes of RAM. And it's just like, it lists off my specs and I'm like, yeah, fuck you, I just don't want to run Windows.
True.
Like, Windows 11 is it's a pile of shit. I have heard so many things about it and I really don't want to deal with it.
I have Windows 11 and I haven't had a problem with it yet.
Who wants to go down the Elite Dangerous rabbit hole? Because for the last
let's
2
not.
weeks, these two motherfuckers, and Disaster's leaving. These two idiots got me
Bye,
into Elite
Disaster.
Dangerous, which is a space flight sim, 1-to-1 scale, procedurally generated Milky Way galaxy.
Real-time economy.
Real-time economy.
Welcome
Sorry
to
for
the
buying
Milky
you
Way.
the game.
It's fun, okay?
It is
Screw you.
procedurally
The
generated.
problem is
Well,
I gotta.
And
I know
actually,
it is.
procedurally generated is incorrect.
Yeah.
It's just generated.
It's just that big of a game that the majority of it is unexplored.
Yeah.
True. But for the last
if I
2
were
weeks
to
we've
be
been
honest,
playing
I'm
this
correct,
game,
Only like
and I just had to start grinding for a capital ship. So that's what I've been doing.
You're fucking stupid.
Not a capital ship, just a large ship.
I want the ship. I just
okay,
literally want the
hold
ship.
up.
I said I'm gonna go to this place and get the ship.
1 second.
And that's what I
one
wanted to
second
do.
For everybody here, Disaster, Valoric, Crimson, please let us commit like some amount of money towards the capital ship. We need it for the clan. Definitely need it for the clan, not just for my personal investment.
Definitely not personal gains. Definitely not.
Definitely not. I don't know what you mean.
You have $250 billion?
No, it's only $5 billion. Get it right.
You said 250 last time I talked. Shut. God damn it! You suck.
I
for
said
maintenance.
50. Number one, I said 50, and then I looked it up again, and it was only $5 billion to actually buy it. Now, as for maintaining the fucking fleet carrier, it's about 200 million per fucking 2 weeks. Yeah, it's a lot.
Sure, after I get my federal Corvette, which I'm doing after this podcast. Oh god.
Don't worry, you'll be done by tomorrow.
I'm planning on
Or
being done
Thursday.
before I go to sleep tonight, so I can go to D&D tomorrow,
That's
get home,
not
and then
gonna
play
happen.
Starfield.
So before-
It's going to
before you
happen. I'm at
sleep tomorrow,
40%.
you'll
I'm at
finally be able to
40% to the last rank. I'm at 40% to the last rank.
Never mind.
Shut the fuck
I will
up.
retract my
You were
statement.
retracting your statement because
retract
I am
my
there.
And then Valorc will never play Elite Dangerous again.
I will because I want to use that thing in combat and just squash AI.
We will see Valorc play Elite Dangerous once again and then leave and it's never to be seen again.
Disaster, the worst part is he's gonna be at where I am, where he's gonna just buy stupid ships and do really dumb fucking shit. To
Like
make
he's
it,
trying to
like,
do this
viable for
Anaconda.
combat.
Yeah, you won't let me
Oh
put
no,
shotguns on my
He
Anaconda.
has
Put
his
shotguns
vulture.
on it, do
He
it.
has his vulture, which I want to
Because
make
that's
into
not
a pure
stupid.
combat
That's a
ship.
death wish.
Shotgun.
Wait, hold up, Disaster. Did you actually put a
Shotguns would be
shotgun on your
great
Anaconda?
If you can hit them.
You underestimate my power.
No.
When you're
no.
talking loudly, like your mic goes quiet. I don't know if you can fix that, but
It
you
suppressed itself.
For those who didn't hear him, he said you underestimate my power.
Disaster, question mark. Question. Do you
Question
actually
mark.
Shut up!
Guys,
Do you actually put a
texts
large
texts
fragment
when he's
cannon on
talking.
your fucking Anaconda?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
I fucking hate you.
Oh,
Jesus
brother.
Christ. If you did, I'm gonna be concerned for your mental health. Not gonna lie.
You aren't already concerned for my mental health?
No,
No,
because
no,
you're
just
clinically
more.
insane.
You're lucky there isn't any shotgun fighters.
You're lucky there's no
Jesus
shotgun
Christ, dude,
fighters.
fix your fucking mic first. Before you're going to your mental institution, fix your fucking mic. Do I look like I care about your opinion, Cracker?
No.
Jesus Christ.
Well, why don't you, since we have two people who've not stopped playing Starfield, you don't need to talk about the actual gameplay. Why don't you try and answer some of the questions that people have? Yeah, I know you two know what the questions are because you had the questions before you played it.
What is?
I'm happy to answer questions about Starfield.
Yeah, like just think about what people might think they would want to know about the
Well,
game.
the
Like,
question is, if it's actually worth the purchase. Yes and no. If you have the recommended specs to run the game, 100% yes. If you don't, no.
upgrade your computer, upgrade your
Kinda
stuff
same.
first, dude. This game, it looks as good as it's advertised, but you need the specs to run it.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, it
it's a
is,
power horse of a game. It's the same case with Remnant 2, where you pretty much have to have
What is today's modern specs in order to run
Yeah.
it?
Look,
Yeah,
I'll just
I mean,
say
I'm
I'll
running
just say it outright.
DVT,
This is the most visually pleasing game I've ever played and most visually impressive game I've ever played. Easily.
I will say there's only one other game I have played that is more visually pleasing, which is Cyberpunk, but that also has had like. They're
Oh, you're
updating
gonna
the graphics
need
of it.
at least like a 40 something or the 30 something in order to run it in a couple of months, considering that they're pretty much redoing the whole thing from the ground up.
Cyberpunk, yeah, they're
Well,
redoing
not
their entire
necessarily.
engine.
Oh no,
But
they're
Redoing
actually-
the engine can actually make it easier to run on lower performance.
Yes, I will say this. They've actually been saying for the engine, they've been changing the way it works to allow it to run on lower end graphics cards with lower end settings. With
Yeah, when they say they're
stable frame rate.
When they say they're upgrading the graphic systems for that game, they don't mean they're going to be making it more power demanding. It's going to make it look better, and it's also going to be optimizing it for lower performance specs.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
But
So
back to, well, I was gonna say
Go
back
ahead.
to fucking Starfield. It's
The graphics are pretty insane in that fucking game. And not only that, it's pretty fucking immersive until you see an NPC floating through your ship. But anyway,
it's fine, guys.
to be
It's a
fair,
Bethesda.
it is
It's
still
a
in early
Bethesda game.
access.
It's a Bethesda game, and it's technically still in early access because it comes out on the 6th, and we've been playing the advanced access because we all bought the fucking $100 version because we've been waiting for this.
But yeah,
There's-
it is. Anybody questioning if you have the recommended specs, it is 100% worth picking up. Like, it is so much fun.
One thing-
I'm probably gonna invest another fucking 10 hours tomorrow. I
Yeah.
have nothing to do, and probably another 10 hours on the first, which I have off. But you know,
So I can't say I've put in the most time here so far out of everyone. I have over
Yeah, like
30
what,
hours
35
already, and it
hours?
hasn't even.
Yeah,
Yeah,
35
I'm at like 35 hours, and it's only been out for like near
2
50
days.
now. It's
2
only been
days,
out for
yeah.
2 days.
You're not gonna get that time
And-
back. You know that, right?
I don't.
Yeah, we
I'm
know.
perfectly okay with that. The only time I haven't been playing Starfield is when I was sleeping
We're eating.
or eating. Yeah, but I would
Or
eat and play
masturbating,
Starfield
or
anyway.
showering.
So
Oh, who am I kidding? Yo, played this game so much you probably don't even fucking shower.
My God,
But yeah,
you don't need to call me out. Stop.
I'm calling you out, fucker.
Self-burn.
And if you hear me freaking messing around with something, it's because I'm messing in my freaking closet with this stupid PC box.
there's one
Yeah,
main
but-
thing I'm
Okay,
going to
go on.
say about Starfield
Okay.
that I've been preaching.
Oh,
And I
fuck,
flipped my
mic
fucking
got
finger.
loose
God
again.
damn it.
God damn it.
Okay, that thing's split. God damn it.
Rip.
Is it?
Go on.
struggling. Oh yeah, so
Oh,
the
it's
main
split
thing
from
I'm
the
going to
inside.
say about Starfield to keep in mind that I've been saying to everyone too is, granted, Bethesda's history recently has been really shit.
Piss poor games under fucking underselling.
Develop.
They just underdeveloped. And one main thing to say about that is that's all games Bethesda published. This is Bethesda's first new title that they've developed themselves in 28 years?
25.
New IP.
Yes.
I developed games before that.
Yeah,
Yes.
but I'm saying this is their first developed game in 28 years or 20. Well, no, it was 28 years, I think.
25. but
Since
yes,
the
25.
No,
It's a new
Was it
IP.
25?
When did
Yeah.
Skyrim
No,
come
I
out?
can-
Skyrim came out in the
So,
2000s.
25.
What the fuck?
Yes.
If you're going by
25
IP,
was sent to
Skyrim's
the
Elder
universe.
Scrolls. Skyrim's Elder
Sorry,
Scrolls,
what-
which
Yes.
has been out as an IP for a while.
Yes.
Yeah.
25 years was
new
for their
IP,
new
but anyway.
universe, but still, it's the same thing.
But
either case, it's their first actual new game that they've developed themselves, and it's very much akin to what it honestly feels like to play those games where it's that single player story game. I literally consider it Skyrim, but it's space.
Space
Because
Skyrim.
it-
I'll agree.
Mechanics and stuff are a lot. Like you can feel the similarity of their other games in it, and at the same time it feels so unique compared to everything else.
The only thing I will
And-
say is, like, the quest system compared to Skyrim versus Oblivion, it is more Oblivion-esque for the quest system rather
Yeah.
than Skyrim. But
Yeah.
it's still hella fun, not gonna lie.
And within my 30 hours so far, I've never had a lack of content or lack of knowing what to do. Because
there's been so many times, and Comic can attest to this, I put a little bit more time devoting myself to actually playing the main story
instead of getting distracted by every single side quest for a little bit. So I'm quite a bit further ahead than him, but not by much. But you can say you're gonna go do main quests, and then the moment like you warp to somewhere new to do another part of a main quest, you get instantly greeted sometimes with an immediate another quest line that you can do something else. And
Yeah,
it's like
it's
basically
bad.
everywhere you go, there's something new to do, and you never run out of things to do. It's like no matter what, you're always going somewhere else to complete something else, to do something for some other people, and earning money and rewards and experience for everything. And might I say, you get a chunk of money and rewards for completing quests, even like just like fucking errand side quests.
Money is not a problem in
And also-
Starfield, folks.
It
Yeah,
it
no,
feels like
it's
everything.
Really not.
Yeah, no.
I will
it feels
say-
like everything is worth doing, even if it is just errands and stuff.
From my like 3.5 hours of playtime, this game feels less buggy than other Bethesda releases. Am I correct in saying
Yes.
that? It feels
Oh,
way less buggy.
absolutely. And
There are
that's
a
not to
couple
say
of-
there is no bugs whatsoever, because
Oh, yeah.
there's definitely
Yeah.
a lot of bugs, but I have not once experienced anything game breaking. I've just experienced like
Yes,
immersion
yes.
breaking, which is literally just NPCs like falling through the floor.
Yeah, the only bad thing I saw was like
Yeah,
one of the NPCs that was following me on a quest like clipped in slightly to a wall and then started phasing in and out of existence, and then it fixed itself like instantly. It's just kind of funny stuff.
The
other one was
actually experienced a bug before he even got to character creation.
yeah, that's true. So basically, when I was completing the starting of the game, the what's her head, the female
Heller,
miner
the guy
that's talking
that's
to
in
you
the starting.
yeah, it's the other guy. He was just entirely out of the platform you were going down in. He just didn't
Yeah.
exist.
Oh, that's funny.
But to be fair, as Max said, I have not experienced any game-breaking bugs. It's mostly just been visual or NPC bugs, which I'm
Yeah.
honestly happy for, considering
I've-
like the previous stuff that's happened in.
Yeah, but
I guess
they
it's
scored
definitely the best way
big.
to put it is
They scored big on this one.
overall I haven't seen any, if not like many. I've seen people like maybe complaining about a few things here and there, but it's very rare occasions where there's anything that's just like gameplay wise breaking, like
Yeah.
glitches while you're actually in combat or shit like that, or glitches that
Yeah.
stop you from progressing in a quest. I've rarely seen anything about that. And
I've had a
considering
couple-
the recent history with other games and history of other recent games, that's extremely impressive.
I've had a couple in my playthrough, but they weren't really game-breaking, more or less just annoying. Like, if I...
Yeah, it's either
Go
annoying
into a
or hilarious.
no,
it kinda-
annoying more. No, this one is annoying. Like if I go into a short scope / long scope and then try to like back out and immediately try to attack somebody else, it will lag a bit, but it's not
Oh, yeah.
too bad.
That's actually
Most
one thing I was
people are
telling him
seeing
earlier
that.
too. I guess the only thing that has been my major gripe when it comes to weird bugs or anything is like our optimization issues is like kind of similar to his. I've noticed when I come out of like my inventory menu or like any of like those navigation menus and I go back into gameplay, I'll be lagging, but I just hit the main menu, like I hit my escape button to go to the main menu where I can save and quick save and stuff like that, and immediately exit the menu. I literally like split second click, and then my frame rate will be perfectly fine. It's like for some reason doing the main menu fixes whatever that issue is.
Yeah, I've never
To be fair,
had that.
Skyrim also has the same problem. If you haven't modded the hell out of Skyrim, you won't notice it, but Skyrim also
Yeah.
has the same problem.
Yeah.
Where I'm pretty sure Skyrim and Fallout 4 are using the same creation engine, which is why they really should have updated the engine. I'm not gonna cut them slack for that, but still.
My
Yeah,
one
but
theory on it is
Starfield
that
is
it's
on the
almost
new
like
one.
the game's like. Yeah, my one theory is it's like the game trying to catch up with what's happening while you're in those menus. Because when you hit like the main menu itself, it's actually like a pause menu, but when you use the other menus, it feels like time, the game's still moving around you when you use them. And it's just, it feels like the game's trying to catch up to itself, but then you hit like the main menu and it's perfectly fine.
Yeah. I think one of the main things
I've
is
had
because
to
like they
explore
use a lot of new tech and software side stuff to do simulation and calculation for like different atmospheres and stuff like that. So I know that ray
Yeah.
tracing is on by default, and I don't think there's an option to turn it off because
Yeah. No, there's not an option to turn it off by default.
Yes. So pretty much what they do for lighting in this game is, oh God, I'll try and say this quickly, but I want to say it accurately. So they use real-time ray trace lighting to create proper lighting effects based on the chemical composition of the atmospheres. I believe that's what they said in their presentation. So, like, I think that's part of the
I
problem
noticed
because
that.
they do a lot of simulation stuff to make this game realistic in certain aspects.
There's been quite a few
So-
like I've noticed like going to a lot of different planets. Like you'll notice that right off the bat because I've been to so many different planets that have so many different like color schemes and like atmosphere colors, and like I'll see dust storms and shit on many different planets, but every single dust storm looks different to that planet in its atmosphere.
Yeah.
Like nothing feels
So-
the same.
I will say something about Bethesda. When they created Starfield, they should have made. I don't know if it would have been cost effective or not, but they should have adapted an entire new fucking engine for it. Because the creation engine, which was used between Fallout 4 and Skyrim, is not really that good for keeping up with very high frame rate. So anything above 60, it kind of just glitches out, and physics/NPCs just don't work.
There were mods that fixed that, though. To be fair, like, just
I will
completely
say something about
sidebarring.
those
Shouldn't
mods.
have
Yes.
to mod that.
Yes, I know, but it's
Yes.
impressive that
Yes.
mods from users of the
So-
game could fix that. It's weird.
So with those mods, I have them for Skyrim. There is a 50-50 chance if they actually work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of the time they actually do work, and you can get about up to 110, 120 frames before it actually glitches out. But the other time, you will only be able to get 60 before it actually just like, oh, your entire game gets accelerated, or physics just fucking break.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of a coin toss.
But I mean, I'm glad that they fixed that kind of stuff with Creation Engine too. But I do agree with a game this, like, granted, we're nitpicking. If you guys are watching at home, we are nitpicking. This game is phenomenal.
Yes.
I just like talking
Yeah.
about technical
Love it,
aspects
I
of
love it.
games.
And
Um,
all things
But yeah.
considered, being limited to like around 60 FPS, it runs extremely well, and I rarely ever see those actual stutters from anything other than the issue I explained earlier.
To be fair,
Does it run at
let
60?
me state this something. Yes, it runs at 60 FPS. To be fair, he is clamping it at 60 FPS with a 3070. So if
Yeah.
you have anything under a 2060, you're gonna have problems running this at high to maximum setting. But
Does
other
it
than that, you're pretty much fine.
wait, I'm confused. Does it actually just run at 60 on and everything, or?
Yes and no. So 99% of the times it will clamp itself to 60 because the creation engine itself, the frame rate is linked to physics, which I still don't know how they did that, but whatever. The frame rate itself is linked to physics. 99% of the time, you will stick at 50 to 60 FPS, no problems. If you have the recommended specs, let's preface
Yeah.
that. If you don't, you'll probably be about 35 to 45 FPS just sending it. And if you're under a 1070 regular, so there's the 1070 and the 1070 Ti. If you're under a 1070 regular, it physically will not start the game. I've seen a couple of people saying that.
Interesting. I could have sworn my game was running at 120 frames a second, though. It's weird.
You also have a 4090.
I have a 3090.
Or a 3090, sorry.
But yeah. Yeah, okay, so it can go to 120 hertz. It's not, like, fully locked down to
Yes.
60 like Skyrim. Okay.
The
That's what I was
difference is,
that's what I was confused about.
No, the game itself is locked at 60 FPS.
Yes.
You can get it to go above 60 FPS with your own specs, such as graphics card, monitor, shit like that. However, it will still render itself at 60 FPS. That is the limitation of the game engine.
For computer people, replace FPS with Hertz. I think that's where we're going. It's not FPS for physics and like rendering simulation. It's
Yes.
Hertz. Yeah. So okay, I get you now. Cool. Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, game. Yeah, I love that game. It looks phenomenal and runs phenomenal.
Game good. It's fun.
Yeah. I'm so glad I updated to 3090 when I did, dude. Because all these crazy ass games are coming out. Oh.
Not gonna lie, if I bought a 4080, and anybody in the comments can flame me as much as they want. I bought a 4080. I love DLSS and I love frame generation 3.0, but over AMD, it is not worth it. Buy a 6900 or a 7800 XTX, and you will have a much better experience.
I can't wait to use FSR 3, dude, if I'm being honest. I can't wait to use that. I know I can flash the BIOS or whatever on my GPU, but that sounds sketch.
No,
if
you
I'm being
don't
honest.
even need to. You literally don't even need to, considering FSR actually supports every single generation of AMD graphic cards. The only problem with FSR is that developers will say, oh yeah, this game includes FSR. However, like, let's take Cyberpunk or Elite Dangerous, for example. Elite Dangerous only uses FSR 1.0, which is shit.
Yep.
Until you upgrade to FSR 2.0, which the engine for Elite Dangerous itself has not done, it will not look good, and it will look like a fully washed out version of the video game.
Yeah.
Whereas DLSS, even if you're on a... Does it run on 20 series cards? I don't remember. I'm just gonna say it runs on 30 series cards. DLSS, which runs on 30 series cards, is continuously updated by the devs because NVIDIA pays them, whether that's right or not. We're not going to talk about that. NVIDIA pays them to update DLSS, so it is always on the newest version, which will allow you to get a better frame rate, which with basically the same quality / performance as what it was.
Yeah. I mean, morals aside, better performance for gamers.
Yes. But
Yeah.
I will also say, I really, really, really want Intel and AMD to throw NVIDIA off their pedestal. Because
agree.
it would make
agree.
the graphics card industry so much more equal for what you want to choose. Rather than if you want DLSS or ray tracing, you go for NVIDIA. If you want raw performance, you go for AMD. It'd basically be, yeah, just choose whatever the fuck you want or whatever the cheapest is, and it will still perform good.
Yeah, and you get the full package no matter what you choose.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how are we supposed to make a shit ton of money if we don't do anti-consumerist monopolization on specific technologies?
Well, I mean, I know when the
Stupid
60 whatever series came out for AMD. I say whatever. They're great graphics cards. I
6000
just
series?
forget all the names for them. Yes. Nvidia shit their pants. If I'm being honest with you, Nvidia shit their pants.
Yeah. So the reason the 30. So Valor, you own a 3090 Ti, correct?
Okay, funny
Or
story.
just regular 3090.
It performs
It's
as
a
a 3090.
That is a 3090 Ti.
Yes. Here's what I think happened, right? So I pretty much got a 3070 inside of a 3090 Asus OC graphics card. And I'm like, all right, I'm sending this
Yeah,
back.
I
Y'all got to
remember that.
replace it. They sent me a new one. It's a 3090 this time. I'm like, all right, bet. I benchmarked this thing, and it performs on the same level, if not better, than the 3090 Ti. And I'm like, but it
So,
says it's a
there are
3090.
There are
put
two
cocaine
things.
in it?
Yeah, it literally says it's a 3090, but it has the performance and VRAM of a TI.
Well, no, the VRAM
Yes.
is the same.
So
But yeah, the clocks.
Oh, is it?
The
There
clocks.
is-
Yeah.
yeah,
Wait,
the
so-
Ti and the regular are the exact same VRAM for the 3090s.
Ah.
The Ti
But they
literally
juice
just
up
has
the
a better clock
freaking.
speed.
You
graphics
pretty
card
much
accidentally.
think so accidentally, yeah.
Well, wasn't it what you said? Is
Go
it
on, Graphics
basically
card
you
is on
think
the
it
juice,
just got
goddamn,
the
dude.
it got the shroud of a TI, but it still registers as a regular 3090?
No, it
is
has
what
a
you're
shroud
saying?
as a 3090. It has the shroud of a
Bruh.
30. I'm just like, go on. Sorry.
So here's the thing: it could also technically be a regular 3090. You will not know until you actually cross-reference the serial number you have with the one that, whatever the manufacturer of your GPU has, whether it's Gigabyte, EVGA, Asus, whatever.
Yeah.
What could have happened is that 3090 itself was designed to run games at max specifications with no problems whatsoever, and then whoever your manufacturer is, like I said, Asus, MSI, whatever, they got the GPU back and immediately loaded the BIOS onto the brand new 3090. So technically, yes, you could have a 3090, but yes, you could also have a 3090 Ti. The only way you're going to know is if you actually cross-reference the serial number of the GPU with what NVIDIA has.
You sound like a person that's been. You sound like an ex-girlfriend that's trying to figure out if that person's cheating on one person.
I
You're going
work in
so
IT.
technical in this motherfucker.
Hold up,
Bruh.
zombie. I work in IT, if that means anything. I'm also
And I
very
work at a
fucking...
Mexican restaurant. Of course, I wouldn't fucking know this shit.
Yeah, I also am very OCD about my computer
Yes.
works.
Yes. I agree. I love it. I love OC specs and
I'll be
technicals.
like that black guy who does like the freaking meme with like the hands the hands going over like.
This dude right here actually has a pretty impressive PC. He just sent me the specs. It's let
which
me
one,
make the
zombie?
picture bigger. Yes. 1 second. So he
It's my new
is
PC that I got a few weeks ago,
running an
or last
Intel
month,
Core
actually.
i7-13700F and NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4070 terabyte M.2. RAM is 16 gigs of DDR5. Windows 11
Not gonna lie,
home.
I'm
That's
not
a pretty spicy
I'm not
PC.
even gonna like. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat this. The 4070 is fucking awesome. I had a friend who recently installed one, and he asked me to help him because he never installed a GPU before. He installed a 4070 on high settings with ray tracing, basically balls to the fucking wall. We got 85 to 90 FPS in Cyberpunk, and it was gorgeous. On a 4070 at 4K,
Bruh.
it was beautiful.
I don't run Cyberpunk on 4K. I just keep that shit on high. I don't put it on extreme or something like that.
Well,
I'm too
remember, it
paranoid.
also 4K is also because I have a 4K monitor that's sitting beside me that I got for $80. Don't question how I got it. We don't talk about that. But
so good.
but I got a 4K monitor for like
Brother.
$60, $80
Yeah.
that we ran Cyberpunk on a 4070 and like 75 to 85 FPS with max everything, including ray tracing. Holy shit, did it look good?
Look, I played
Slap of
Cyber.
his hand picked it up.
Yeah.
Slap of his hand got picked up when he said this shit.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Chief. I played Cyberpunk. I'm trying to talk to you. You don't need to tap at me, you asshole. I played Cyberpunk, maxed out settings. It looks great. I still think the aesthetic and what Starfield has achieved graphically looks better. And this could be debated.
To be fair, Starfield is also 2 years newer
Yes.
than Cyberpunk.
Yes. We'll have to see when Cyberpunk upgrades their engine entirely to see how it compares. 'Cause
Phantom
look,
never
you
does
can
really
do
announce it.
optimizations without changing like the actual overall graphics stuff, but it's gonna look a little different.
Yeah.
To be honest with y'all,
Oh,
it's
absolutely.
gonna look different.
Actually, I heard, if I remember correctly, Bethesda actually, or not Bethesda.
CD Projekt Red.
Excuse me, sorry. Thank you, that one. They've updated the graphics engine to where it performs very fucking well on higher end GPUs, but it also performs decently well on lower end GPUs, such as a 1070, 1080, 6600 XT,
Nice.
something like that.
Very nice.
Well, my friend's gonna have a freaking hard time because they're running Cyberpunk on the 1060.
I guess the
6 GB or
overall
3
for that is it's going to be a better higher end and a better lower end.
Yeah.
Yes.
So gamers
So it's just
rejoice.
a win-win overall.
As I was saying, Zombie, 6 GB or 3 GB?
3, I think. Or no, actually 6.
They,
I think 6.
not gonna lie, either way, they need a new GPU. Not a joke.
Yeah. I'll be right back.
Dude, it's brand new. They literally just got it like last year, so I don't think they're gonna be getting rid of it anytime soon.
For the price,
This
they
was
probably bought a brand new, like, 1060 6 GB. They probably could have bought a 2060 or 2070 Super for the same price.
Well, remember, this was all
$40,000 ago.
before the freaking inflation bullshit happened.
No, I'm even meaning during COVID. You probably could have bought a, like, used 1070 or 1060 Super for the same price.
Let's reach
You-
down.
Yeah, the difference is you have to look around. Where the hell did Valor go?
He just said he
Oh,
was
my
gonna go
ass.
get a drink.
Ah, okay. I just
Bro's
noticed
over here
his
in computer
disappearing
land.
Chair. To be fair, I'm talking about tech specs and half drunk at the same time. That combination is not really good.
If you put a gummy in there, I feel like this guy would be gone. He'd be ascended.
I do not take fucking weed because I already have enough breathing issues. I don't need more.
I said gummy.
A gummy isn't gonna give you breathing issues, my guy.
Allegedly.
Do you English? Do you
Allegedly.
pass
That
English
is
with a
okay.
C
Yes,
or
correct.
B?
Allegedly, unless you fucking manage to get that gummy down your throat and into your lungs, it's not gonna give you breathing issues.
I was about to say, if
Don't
you
inhale
try to jam
the
that
gummy.
down your throat into
Look.
your lungs, I think you're gonna have a choking hazard.
Look,
Exactly.
all I've
He'll have
said
his
is
breathing issues.
I will stick with alcohol for my poison of choice. I already know I'm gonna die in about 10 years, but whatever. I will stick with alcohol for my poison of choice. I'm good with I'm good not taking any other style of drugs because I already have enough health issues.
What about
Thanks,
caffeine?
Robot.
What'd you say?
And caffeine.
Yes,
Caffeine.
caffeine is usually just like 7 cups of coffee every day, but
It's fine. It's perfectly normal. No issue.
I have a problem. Help me, please, I beg.
There is no help.
Yeah, I wish there was.
Society.
Oh, he's slowly crawling back.
You shut up. Hello.
It doesn't suck in your dick.
Welcome back, Valeric.
Yeah, I'm done using the restroom. God damn. I really had to use the restroom. And also, my throat's been bugging me.
head to the restroom real quick. I'll be right back.
So, yeah. Probably not gonna stay for 2
Go
hours.
one at a time. What time? Oh. This
Freaking
bro's
disaster over
so
here is a
invested
teacher
in
and
Elite
it's
Dangerous, he
so-
wants it to be a short podcast episode so he can get his federal Corvette.
And also, my throat just fucking hurts. Because there's a lot of pollen in New Jersey. Ugh.
What do you
I don't
mean
know, that sounds like
federally-
acrylic.
What, you got a federally issued Corvette?
No, it's Elite Dangerous. Something to give. I'm working for it for like too long, but
I don't know what you're not gonna do.
Too long, you've only been
It's
doing it for a
spaceship-
few days.
it's a spaceship in video game. That's what I'm talking about. It's called the Federal Corvette, and you need to level up a faction to get it. So that's what I've been working on.
I need to start working on the Imperial race.
Hey, do dumbass.
So we can.
I can't,
does
though.
that
I
mean
have
can actually
Starfield,
label
I'm
you as
too
a Fed
invested.
offender then?
No.
In the game?
No.
I'm a registered fucking trip offender, bro.
Trip offender. Yeah. But other things going
I'm
on
a
in the server, I
registered
guess,
flex
are
offender.
the Space Engineer server is coming back, which that's pretty fun. Pretty much people put their brains into a video game and we pretty much call it just space engineers on crack. That's pretty much all it is, because we make some crazy
Kevin,
shit
I feel
in
like
that
when
game.
you're trying to describe that game, you're just being like, "Hello, I Elon Musk." Freaking like my different.
Yeah. Disaster could attest to this.
Well, I would if my microphone wasn't breaking.
We hear you.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Is your thing
yes.
connected properly?
Fuck you.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I'll
It
take
is.
that as a no.
Yeah, we were having fucking
Okay, bye.
classifications as we were designing them.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Another buddy in Disaster. I was in the call, but I was playing Elite Dangerous, obviously. They were just talking about classifications of
Difference
ships.
between a frigate, a destroyer, and a cruiser,
Yes. Pretty much.
and a corvette, and a patrol boat,
Oh, the
And a
demons are
monitor,
rising from under
and
the
a
table.
dreadnought,
Yeah.
and a battleship, and a fast battleship, and a battle cruiser, and a heavy cruiser,
Too many ship
and
names.
a
I
ship
feel
of
like
line,
cruisers name every cruiser.
and a third rate, and a second rate, and a first rate. There's like 8 cruisers. And a battle cruiser is basically a battleship because of the Washington Naval Treaty, and I will sit here for a fucking hour talking about ship classifications. 'cause
No.
It's fucking weird, 'cause the Navy is hilarious.
I will cut you off in 7 minutes.
Disaster. Put that in the YouTube comments. Like, if you're gonna do that, put it in the YouTube comments of this of this freaking podcast episode.
No.
You're being like the fucking glue bottle again.
Do not insult the editor. The ex-editor, I suppose.
Ex-editor.
I'm sorry. Do you remember my personality of not giving a fuck?
Figures yet.
Anyways,
I'll flip you up.
And also,
Your mic's
his
on
lack
backwards
of
again.
limbs. He doesn't have these.
What? Sorry.
Your mic's on
Sorry
backwards
that,
again.
that you think I am an inferior race.
Fuck. Check now.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Okay,
nice.
I'm superior to half bodies.
As I was saying, sorry for anything that leaked through while I was in the restroom.
Yes, we can leave. We can.
We heard
yes,
nothing.
thank you for showing us that you have a horny foot fetish.
What? What did I fucking...
I have the feet.
I
don't have a foot fetish.
I was gone for fucking
Funny.
10
Lift-
minutes!
lift-
What did I
Lift
miss?
your foot up and show satisfy what is on your foot.
Oh, wait,
Oh,
you
no,
mean the
I
fact
know.
that it's literally the Avatar creator's name.
Horny. It looks like it's horny.
No, it says
Zombie,
Nani.
You have to realize, I've known this
Oh,
man
yeah.
for almost 8 fucking years now.
It literally says
Nothing
Nani, it does
will
not say
surprise me.
horny. What? N-O-N-Y.
What is my shit stuck on? Hello? Question mark?
Oh, well, there you go.
Drunk. You don't
See,
know.
here,
You're
let me
not
just take
using
my
voice
foot
to
off. You can see
text.
it better that
You're not
way.
using voice to text. Don't say fucking question mark. It's stupid. Question mark? Hello?
My guy, I do it unironically. I'm insane. Help me, please.
Your skin.
What?
His whole life is a text.
Yeah, sure. Let's go with that.
Oh, yeah.
Helloing. Alcohol. Where are you?
He's getting drunker.
Kevin, if you should, you take this man,
Don't-
you take this man to like, if you take this man to like a freaking winery or some bullshit that goes up to like what, like 2 floors of just wine and freaking beer, I feel like he'd be like,
No, that's
Why'd
just
you take
that's
me
just
here?
New York.
Yeah.
Trust me, I have been to a couple of wineries. That is literally just New York. Especially near the Finger Lakes. But anyways. Don't ask me how I know that.
alcoholism.
Hell yeah!
I think I've talked about everything I wanted to touch on. You guys got anything?
Your liver
Disaster,
puts
go ahead.
lidocaine to shame.
Disaster's kind of dying over there because his fucking headset's fucked. His microphone's fucked.
And this is why I need to set up your VR.
You should
Just
have
a head snap.
found an avatar of a plague doctor, but it's like severely beaten up. Like he just got out of a Mortal Kombat fight. He just beat all the hell.
Oh man. Yeah. But I think that's it.
Wait, hold
Yeah.
up. Am I the same avatar as Disaster right now?
No.
No.
Oh,
You're
good.
just
We're
a
both
I was
fancy
gonna
plague
plague
say,
doctors.
I thought I switched
But
it
I'm
back.
a different
but
kind of
still.
plague doctor.
You're like a masquerade fucking mask.
Yeah, my mask also moves when I move.
Yeah,
when
your
I
no,
speak.
your
Correct,
schnoz
your
moves.
nose is a little bit-
your
Schnoz.
Yes, you're more sophisticated. You're more sophisticated than this one.
Oh my
Are you
god. We
sure
hope
about
you
that?
enjoyed this episode of the
You
DVT
gotta
podcast.
do the fucking snip
There may
meme.
or may not be an episode next week. We'll see. If you enjoyed it,
Hold
leave a
on.
like, subscribe, and join the Discord down
It
below.
isn't if
We do a lot of
if
events
we will
and
have
shit.
a podcast. It is if you won't stop talking about the game and you won't stop playing if the game doesn't consume your whole freaking Saturday, dude.
Wait,
Well,
Disaster, do you want me to do this? Disaster, do you want me to or fucking Valoric, do you want me to do this sniff meme?
No, it's fine. What is this?
Do it,
Okay.
just do it.
Oh.
Anyways,
You gotta do the fucking,
Okay.
you gotta do this
See you guys.
The rapid snips.
so the nose just moves.
No, I know what the lady
Yeah, this one, play it. Do it real quick. Do it. Just do it.
Yes,
I don't know how to do it from desktop.
Yes.
How do you do it in
we're making
desktop?
it more
Guys.
cringe. We're making it more cringe. There you go.
Okay.
No.
Fuck are you? What are you?
That one. It's that one.
Yes. Welcome to the DVT Podcast.
He's dying. We'll see you next time, folks. Goodbye.